The Slim Jim was invented in 1929 in Philadelphia and expanded production to be sold in bulk in the 1940s. Decades later, they would gain international notoriety when Macho Man Randy Savage was named spokesperson and ran with the catchphrase, "Need a little excitement? Snap into a Slim Jim." The YTD gang is ready for some excitement, so join us now as we snap into a Slim Jim on You Tried That? You Tried That. I'm Nick Novak with my pals, the pride of Mainville, Ohio, Chad Hancock.
Howdy.
Nick Geiger.
Ohio Stories.
Is that where I was born? I thought I was born in Cincinnati. Did you text my brother?
I messaged.
Technically, I didn't because I wasn't born in
messaged-
Saukville either. I was born in Milwaukee, so it still holds.
You are Saukville's own, okay? Yes, I did message your brother and say, where did you guys live in Ohio?
Right, because it was just outside Cincinnati. Yeah. I always just think of it as Cincinnati. But I like barely, we moved when I was 5, so I have like next to no memories of living in Ohio. I remember David like sitting on a beehive in the forest in our backyard, or maybe it was a wasp nest. Actually, I think he sat on a wasp nest and got stung a bunch.
He sat on a wasp nest. Where was it?
Yeah, I mean he likes to sit. He sits on a lot of stuff.
You should have caught all those and sold them to the local car dealer.
Yeah, and I remember going to Kings Island a bunch, the local theme park out there, and I vaguely remember what our house looked like, and that's kind of it. That's where the memories end for good old Mainville.
That's
Ohio.
too bad. Because you're the pride of Mainville, so it'd be helpful if you knew more about it.
I am. I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure if you go to the Mainville Wikipedia page, my name is on there as notable.
Chad's got the key to the city and doesn't know a goddamn thing about it.
All right, guys. Something important to get to.
Mm-hmm.
It's
What?
that time of year, right? Holiday time.
Sure is.
We need to be updated on Grinch content.
You know me. I love Grinch content, so it is that time of year.
Okay, so did you
It's
know
the reason for the season, Grinch content,
Right.
as they say. That's what they say, right?
Did you know that there were 2 follow-up Grinch cartoons?
Follow-up.
Follow-ups
yes.
to which? Follow-up to the live-action movie, or to follow-up to the
No,
original?
to the original cartoon.
Like sequels?
It's a trilogy. It is not well known that it is a Grinch trilogy. Okay.
Not the Benedict Cumberbatch cartoon, the old.
No. The old 1960s, 70s cartoon.
Okay.
They then made 2 more.
Grinchfinity Gauntlet?
Grinchfinity Stones.
Grinch game? It's like...
So
the second one is called The Who Towers.
Okay. So the second one was, I think it said 1977. It's called Halloween is Grinch Night. And apparently
Okay.
it's
Like a reverse Nightmare Before Christmas kind of thing.
It's basically the same story. The Grinch again hates the fucking Who's.
Wait, but his heart already was warmed by them.
So
He
this
just went
is
back to
either
like, new holiday, fuck
prequel. It's either a prequel or that shit just like did not stick.
it. Right.
And he's back at it.
We all revert to our old habits over time.
Right.
Old habits die hard.
And then they went totally off the rails for the last one, like Back to the Future 3 style. And it is called The Grinch's The Cat in the Hat. And it became the crossover series of the decade.
Is that like
Of the decade.
Dr. Seuss euphemism for like fucking?
Yeah. Yes.
I really grinched the old man in the hat last night.
Yeah.
The cat in the hat, sorry. They must have been very poorly received because I've never heard of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess not. And each time it was voiced by somebody different because Grinch voice kept dying.
Grinch.
Wow,
voice.
it's like the Madden curse for football, but the Grinch curse.
Did was it another one about like Easter? How we hated Easter or something? Like did they just go through all the holidays?
It's fucking Arbor Day.
Grinch is really against Abraham Lincoln's birthday.
But it says in the Cat in the Hat one, he like is cut off in traffic by Cat in the Hat and has road rage.
Pulling up alongside him in hand his Grinch Hummer and screaming at him, "You want to fucking fight?
Pull over! I'm gonna beat your ass."
I like the idea of the Cat in the Hat having like commute to his job of like harassing kids in a house or whatever the fuck his job is.
Stopped and getting Grinched along the way.
Yeah. That guy really Grinched me.
So he has road rage, and then like what? Like, give me some more plot deets.
Yeah, you're blue balling us here with the
Okay.
Grinch
I'm not
sequel.
going to watch this thing. So give me the old wiki plot summary.
It says, spurred by road rage, the Grinch breaks out gadgets, such as the VacuSound sweeper, which makes the cat moo instead of speak, and the Dark House, which shoots a ray of darkness across the land to make the Cat in the Hat's life miserable.
That's a real Eye of Sauron bullshit he's doing right there. That's quite an escalation of, well, I just kind of want to make a moo instead of meow. And then the next move is plunge the world into darkness. Oh, what? Jesus. All right.
Since it's only in the special's final moments that the tables turn, the Cat in the Hat, after announcing that he has figured out the Grinch, reminds the Grinch that his presumably dead mother would be disappointed in him.
Presumably, he doesn't know.
I think they just talk about the mother,
Oh,
like in a remembrance type of way, but they don't say your dead mother.
she's gonna want me to stop grinching this cat in the hat.
Yeah.
So that's awful. That sounds awful.
That is not good. Was it sponsored by Honda or whoever the car maker was? Sponsored content. No one cuts me off when I'm in my new Kia Sorento.
He cut me off, but the Kia rides smooth, so I was able to get out of the way. It's a half-hour commercial for Kia.
Now I'm going to use my Smith & Wesson to plunge the world into darkness and fear. What? Blam, blam, blam.
That's I mean, I do love Grinch content though, so I guess
Yeah.
I have no choice but to watch it now.
We'll have to see it.
Fresh Grinch content.
Wait till they make the new one with Benedict Cumberbatch, and they're gonna have to make the Halloween one all over again. So he stops them from trick or treating, or what happens there?
Yeah.
No, it's like the same fucking story. Yeah, he tries stopping it, and there's like one who changes his mind.
Once
It's
you
like
realize the Who knows
like
what's going on.
The Force Awakens. Like the Grinch Awakens, so they just copy the old fucking story.
It's just candy, mister.
His heart grew 1/4 portion that day.
I will plunge the world into darkness. Everyone will be depressed, short of the Kia Sorento owners.
Look into your dealership. You know it to be true. What?
Grinch, why did you turn him into a cow? Well, so that I could have a tall glass of milk. Because, you know, milk makes the body bone strong. Sponsored by Milk. Or whatever. Big Milk. What is the old Milk?
No, it was just Got Milk by the dairy. It was like Gary, the Dairy Corporation. Otherwise
like
known
there
as Big Milk.
Big Milk. I feel like there was another one when we were a kid, though, about like that your bones wouldn't, or you'd grow big and tall or something. No?
Probably.
No, I'm
I
talking
mean, they've advertised milk for a long time. It's pretty basic.
Well, now you gotta Google it.
Now you
Googling
gotta
milk
Google it.
slogans.
Look up Big Milk. See what happens.
Milk content.
Milk slogans. The first one listed as the milkman came.
Whoops.
Oops. Yeah. He's your
On
dad.
your mom.
He Grinched your mom.
All right. Anyway.
Did you find it?
No. I guess I can click through and read it. I'm sure it's very interesting
All right.
stuff.
Yeah, Milk It Does a Body Good. I remember what you're talking about, right? Isn't
It
one of
does
them?
a body good. That's the
Yeah,
one
yeah.
I'm thinking of. Yeah. Okay, great.
It makes your body bones stronger.
Your whole body bones.
That's what I said.
It makes your skin nice. What?
Milk. It makes your darkness house stronger.
All right, let's eat some snacks. Rate them on a 5-point scale. Love that, like that, indifferent to that, dislike that, and hate that. Let's start with this rip roll. Let's get the rip roll out of the way.
Never gonna give you up.
It's 4 flavors and 4 colors. It's looks like a roll of bubble tape, but it is like that very fruit roll up consistency with like a lot of sugar on the outside. It's rainbow colored.
Now, where is this from? Like someone give this to us, or we just have it?
Nah, I bought it.
Oh, okay.
I've seen this in the store.
Yeah, I think I got it like Walgreens or something like that.
Green apple, strawberry, tutti frutti, and blue raspberry. So what is tutti frutti then?
Well, you don't really get to taste the colors separately because
Mm-hmm.
of its rainbow design. Did you guys like fruit roll-ups when you were a kid?
Because of its rainbow design. Because of the rainbow engineering that went into the roll. You see the back, it says letter rep. Whip it, strip it, smack it, pack it, curl it, twirl it, stretch it, catch it, pull it.
Shoot it, blow it.
I love to love them. I love to kick them. And I love to stick them. I'm a rip roll.
Whip it?
Yeah.
Strip it?
Okay. Take this candy and whip someone with it. Take all its clothes off.
Is there no innuendo here? Whip it? Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Sexual. Strip it? For sure.
Smack it.
Yeah.
Kinky. No.
Pack it? Yeah.
Pack
Fudge
that fudge,
packet?
yeah.
Yeah.
Curl it?
Mm,
Maybe not.
yeah.
You're
Yeah.
like a muscle man. Twirl it?
Twirl it, yeah.
Stretch it?
It could be sexy.
Stretch
Maybe.
it. Ugh.
Yeah.
And then catch it.
There's pull it as well on the end.
Oh, yeah, pull it.
Pull it talks about jerking off.
It says rip rolls, 4 flavors and colors. Whack it, jerk it.
Nut it.
Set it down, flip it, reverse it.
All right, Geiger.
Yeah.
You've been going at this thing.
Oh yeah, I have.
You're making faces, but you keep going at it.
I've been packing it in my mouth. Well,
I saw you pack it.
here's the problem. Post snacking it and packing it and whacking it and snacking it.
Did you smack it?
I haven't tried that yet. Just gets my hands sticky with the sugar.
Rate it.
So I haven't really what?
Rate it.
Oh, rate it. I just looked up and you're staring at me. I'm like, you said something. I didn't hear what it was. Cook that thing. What? I keep eating it, hoping to like enjoy it. I keep and I don't. It's like it's definitely fruity. If my first couple bites, I'm like, oh, this is kind of good. It actually tastes like
Smack it.
Fucking child. As you smack it, and you're just grinning at me. It actually tastes like one of those like
Train it.
Keep going.
Yeah. It tastes like one of those candies that
Whip it.
is made with like real fruit juice or whatever. But then the aftertaste is dismal. Like the aftertaste right now is really bad. It's too sour. The sugar gets stuck in my teeth.
Stroke it.
I want to pitch it. I want it nowhere near my desk. I'm going to give this a dislike that.
Dislike to start. Now you try, Chad.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. Well,
Spit on it.
I admit
Rub it.
that
Whack it.
that this tastes bad. Or okay, I don't admit that this tastes bad.
Curl it.
Pop it.
I admit that it is a like low quality snack.
Suck it.
but I kind of like it. I don't know why. I'm like eating it and I'm like, this sucks, but then I keep going back for more.
Like it.
No, I'm with you. Like I said, I like the first couple bites. Like, this is good, and I kept wanting to eat it, but then the aftertaste just overwhelmed me. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah, but I actually I don't mind the aftertaste. Like, there's a little bit of sourness there. Then the sweetness comes in.
Dang it.
Bottom it. But
Bottom.
but I don't know. I kind of like this for some reason.
Smack it.
I'm gonna dock a couple points because the form factor is like, I mean, it's something that appeals to kids, but it doesn't appeal as much to me. You got to unroll it and then rip it and then smack it and then chew it and then twist it and everything else. I'd rather it just be like a bunch of like individual pieces, you know. But this is really stupid. But I think I'm gonna give this a low level like that.
Wow. I wouldn't have called
I'm
that in a million
surprised.
years.
Yeah.
Surprise it. In between you guys. I like the form factor fine. I think it's kind of interesting.
Rate it.
I'm going to. It's not great. It's not bad. It's very middle of the road. I'm going to indifferent to that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just
So we've
steamroll
got-
through to try to avoid all those sexual.
Yeah, absolutely fucking
comments.
literally.
Yeah.
We got like, a dislike, and an indifferent. So spread out here. Let's go to Big Roll next. Big Roll is by Tao K Noi, and it's grilled seaweed roll. Grilled seaweed roll classic flavor.
Mine is in pieces. Mine is like
Mine
shattered.
too.
Yes.
I don't know how you can have a big seaweed roll like that. Like, they're trying to make it a very long, like straw length roll of seaweed, and I don't know how they expected that to stay together.
Not with just like a loose bag around it. Is this sweet, or am I just still tasting the candy?
It's a little sweet, which is funny because it says classic flavor savory on it.
Yeah, that's why I thought maybe I was missing something.
I would never have picked this out as classic flavor. Like, it doesn't taste like when you buy like the seaweed squares, which is kind of like the more common way we see it here. It does not taste like that.
The ingredients are seaweed and grilled classic flavor seasoning, which is sugar and spices.
All right, Geiger's drinking the package.
I'm trying to get them out. I can't get the. Oh, they're there.
Chad, you're up first.
I mean, I like seaweed. You know, I like those seaweed squares that we talked about. But this is not working for me. I think the sweetness is kind of too much, you know, and like very artificial flavoring, very artificial tasting. I kind of wish it didn't have that sweetness. And also the consistency like is like weirdly plasticky kind of, whereas like normal seaweed you can, you know, bend it and crunch it a little bit more. This one just I don't know, it just tastes so artificial, like AI was like cooking up seaweed in a lab or something like that, you know. It's just not really working for me. This is just barely gonna slide this into a dislike that.
Yeah, the flavor's not good. Whatever that savory seasoning is, has really ruined it. I'm an indifferent on a regular seaweed, like a flavorless seaweed, and this flavoring's making it worse than that. I'm going to give it a second dislike that. Geiger.
Yeah, I'm going to join all you guys. I don't like that. I don't like this. I like seaweed snacks. I think they're good. I like putting them in ramen. We've had like some like dried seaweed stuff before that I thought was tasty. If this was actually savory, I think I'd like it. It's got two strikes against it. One is that, like, as we talked about before, it's just like stupidly packaged. Like, I feel like even if this hadn't had to be mailed to me and instead I just like bought it at the store and took it home, it might be shattered by the time I get there, right? It's just like a poorly constructed idea. And then two, the sugariness of it kills it. Like, it's not savory at all. If it was savory, I might actually like the flavor, but as it is, it's sweet, and I don't like the sweetness. It's like not good sweetness. I know that's really articulate of me to share with all of you. It's not good. I don't like it. I am going to give it another dislike that. So it is three dislikes that all around, I think.
Novak, you're on mute.
That's an unwelcome visitor. Sorry about that.
Mute it.
No. All right. It's segment time. It's that time of year. It's the holiday season.
Yeah.
And have you guys ever gone to the mall and sat
Sure.
on old Santa Claus's lap?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to do that. One of my most vivid memories from Mainfield, Ohio, or whatever the fuck you said it was.
Did you ever
called.
smack it when you saw Santa? No.
Sit it.
Grind it.
So today we're going to be telling 8 different real life stories of Santa Clauses and things that happened to them.
Okay.
All right. And you're going to rate these Santas as either a bad Santa or rad Santa based on how they dealt with the situation.
Okay.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay.
All the kids constantly still saying rad.
Yes.
Tubular Santa.
So this is all based on how Santa handles the situation, right? Did he do a good job or did he not do a good job? This is my real Santas.
Santa's competency is what is at stake here.
So the first one says, I worked as an, well, in this case, this is the elf describing what happened. I worked as an elf at a couple of malls in the South. One kid came up and didn't ask for anything creepy or off the wall. He just wanted Auburn to win the Iron Bowl. Anyway, the kid asked Santa for this particular miracle, and Santa pointed to his suit and said, you can tell who my team is, and that's why they win. Talking about Alabama's colors of red and white. The kid started crying, parents complained, and that's how Santa got fired. Which seems extreme, but then you look at crazy ass Roll Tide South love for him, and so so Santa's fired, but it was kind of a nice stick it to this kid a little bit, right? So Geiger, what do you think of this Santa?
Look,
how he handled this?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing here.
Here's the thing.
On the one hand, it's a little kid just say, okay, and then move the line along, right?
Right.
But he's just trying to be playful with the kid.
Yeah, right.
And as a guy who refuses, if my daughter makes a bracelet that has blue and orange in it, I refuse to put it on, and I tell her to change it as a joke with her, as the Bears, because the Chicago Bears and whatnot. We make jokes about my daughter will see a blue and orange thing in the store, and she goes, "Oh, Dad, that's a bad cupcake. It's Bears." Or I understand loyalty to team. I remember
you made her sleep outside for a week as a joke.
I did. I was like, "Don't you ever fucking talk about the Chicago Bears in a positive light again?"
How dare you make me a bracelet? And you just rip it apart, throw her out the window.
It was her Christmas present to me. I'm like, you should fucking know the rules. And I ripped it apart. But I understand fanatic sports loyalty. I am a fanatic sports fan. Again, should he probably have handled it a little differently? Sure. But to fire him over what was clearly him trying to joke around with the kid is stupid as shit. Also, Alabama sucks shit. So I'm tempted just to dislike him because he's an Alabama fan. But I will say this Santa was rad. I don't think this was unemployment worthy.
Jen?
I disagree. I mean, your job as Santa, right? You have one job as Santa, and that is to not make children cry, right? So, don't, you got to know not to say shit. Just tell them whatever they want to hear. Who cares? They're kids. They're dumb. They're going to forget in 10 seconds anyways. And also, this kid goes running to their parents and is like, Santa promised that we would win the game. That's not your problem, right? You're long gone. So, push the problems onto the parents and just tell the kid whatever they want. So that's a bad Santa.
All right. So next one says, when I was 17, I worked for Kmart and volunteered to be the store's Santa. Mostly because it meant I could spend a majority of my Saturday shift sitting in a chair as opposed to pushing shopping carts. We would offer free photos inside a little pre-made Kmart Christmas card. The kids were easy. Ask what they want for Christmas, snap a photo, and done. Every once in a while you get the kids screaming bloody murder, but it never really bothered me. Adults was where it got a little creepy. Since the photos were free, the mothers would get in on it as well. Some would just openly hit on me. Can I have you for Christmas? Me being 17 years old had no idea what to say. Santa's married to Mrs. Claus. Sorry. Okay, so that's his response to the mother saying, can I have you for Christmas? Right?
Yeah.
All right. So, Chad, what do you think here? MILF's coming at you as your Santa.
Joker's to the left of me, MILFs to the right. Here I am.
Just fighting off MILFs left and right, this kid.
Mm-hmm. It sounds
Mr.
a little made up.
You
Sounds
think?
either this kid has an all-time Yuletide log, or this is completely made up. Yeah, I think that's a mistake, right? Like you got MILFs coming on to you. You need to need to turn them from nice to naughty, right? Like
right.
you know,
MILF it.
you need to bang those MILFs. Bang the MILFs. So whatever. I will say
yeah. So bad Santa?
Yeah, bad Santa.
Geiger,
bad. So you think that these women who sat on his lap and made an innocuous joke, if that actually happened, we're going to take this 17-year-old pimple-faced bagger home and fuck him in his Santa costume? You think
I mean, he'd probably take the beard off at least first.
Yeah, potentially. So also, do you know where this is, Novak? Is this no. Mainsville, Ohio? Is there a lot of true MILFs there? Because I don't like
Millsville, Ohio.
Yeah, that's what it's known as.
I mean, I think this is an awful lot like grocery store nerd being like, touching a woman and being like, "Oh, she wanted it," and like
grocery store nerd.
Paper or latex, ma'am. So
I would imagine they picked like the big, the bigger of the employees,
big
right?
Fucking
to be Santa.
Hunky stud bagger, Novak. Fucking they probably picked their biggest hung bull to be the Santa at the fucking local Piggly Wiggly. Yeah,
Santa's a beefcake.
Hot Santa. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they probably are like and he's like just taking like he's like pouring eggnog all over his body and just like rolling off his glistening abs and stuff.
He's naked.
Well, you think they're picking out the beefcake to go talk to a 4-year-old
boy
about a shitty Nintendo Switch toy he wants.
Not everyone who's returned a cart was a skinny, pimply faced puke.
I think this guy is.
This is hot to me, okay?
I am turned on. I think.
I want to fuck this Santa. I wasn't even there.
I think this is bad Santa not because he passed on all of these ravenous cougars. It's because he made all this shit up. He was a shitty Santa that got pissed on by kids like everybody else.
Santa, you bad Santa.
Fuck you, Santa. Fuck you, Santa.
I remember a particularly creepy thing that I asked the mall Santa that year. For some reason, I wanted to be Santa. I thought it was cool how he went around the world delivering presents, going into homes, eating the cookies, and having reindeers as pets.
Very cool.
I was still young, so I guess I meant to ask for his costume or something. But what I ended up saying, however, was that I wanted to wear his skin for Christmas. Whether he found that as funny, I do not know. We'll never know. He just glossed it over and gave me a candy cane.
It puts the present in the basket, or it gets the hose again.
There's the Bill reference I wanted to hear. That's classic impression
from Buffalo Bill's cart wrangling days. Right?
Buffalo Bill by way of Minnie Mouse.
All right, Geiger.
Yeah,
the Santa.
I want to wear your skin so I can fuck some MILFs.
Yeah, that kid grew up to be the teenager that was pretending to be fucking beefcake Santa Claus. I want your life so I can touch all this puss. He saw Santa for what he was, a real cocksmith, and he was impressed by it.
So, Guy, you're rating
Yeah.
how Santa handles it, which is to do nothing, give the kid a candy cane, and like shove him off the stage.
Absolutely the fucking way to handle that situation. Can I wear your skin, sir? Here's your candy. Get the fuck away from me.
Holy fuck.
Holy shit. Yes, I'd like a hunting knife and maybe some manacles. Get the fuck away from me. Here's your fucking
address,
candy,
please. Yeah.
Where would you like the seam to be? Behind your ear? Get away from me. Yeah, I think he did a great job getting away from fucking John Wayne Gacy as a boy. I wouldn't want anything to do with his fucking Children of the Corn. So him just being like, well, cool, time's over, and handing him a candy cane and seeing like shooing him on his way is the best way to handle it. You don't need to lock the kid up or anything, but maybe slip his parents like a business card for a therapist or something. But other than that, I think I think he did the right thing.
Chad, do you agree?
Slip. Hey, take your kid to the therapist for one little slip of the tongue.
Hey,
let's take this thing that they're embarrassed about and multiply that embarrassment until they are scarred for life by this incident.
yes.
I want to wear your skin. Take your fucking kid to the
Your kid is a fucking freak! Just shouted at him.
Damn it.
God.
Go to therapy.
Oh, you're a little bit twisted, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know. Maybe there's some like quippy one-liner the Santa could have said there, but I think they handled it pretty good. So we'll go. Rats.
I got lots of skin. I'm pretty fat. Quippy one-liner, real zing.
Yeah.
All right. A friend and I went to zoo lights at the Calgary Zoo a few years ago. The zoo opens at night and is lit up with Christmas lights, and you can buy hot chocolate or apple cider and walk around, listen to the music. Of course, we stood in line to get our picture with Santa. When our turn came up, he pulled us in and whispered, I have had 3 kids tonight ask me if I can get their dads a job for Christmas. The world is messed up, and you young guys have to do something about it.
Oh, whoa, what?
No pressure.
Passing you the mic. What?
Hey, Santa, get over here. The world is so fucked. You get it?
I got too much shit on. I don't want to be here anymore.
You don't understand. When I'm flying around, I see all the holes in the ozone layer from up there.
If these dads don't get some fucking jobs, they can't go and fuck their wives at their house.
He's real worried about the wife situation, huh?
Yeah. This is Beefcake Santa.
I got kids asking me if they can have my skin. I just want to give my skin flute to some MILFs.
They need to have a job so they're not home as much, if you get my drift. Wink, wink, wink.
Okay. Who's up, Chad?
I think so, yeah.
Chad, what do you think about this?
What do you think of this Santa's economy stimulus package? He's
depressed worldview Santa.
It's like, are these kids on like Santa Scared Straight or something, where he had, like, they take him to a Santa and the Santa's like, your life is a shambles. You need to get your shit together. You end up like me. I mean, the message is probably right. Like, the world sucks and it's only going to get worse, but unless kids fix it, which they probably can't. So, I mean, he's on point there, but like, it's not really his job to like beat the depression of the world into children.
Whisper it to them over through his Santa beard.
Yeah, so like,
the unemployment rate is at an all-time high.
Hey kids, come here. By 2035, half of the world will be underneath the sea levels. Like, all right. Calm down.
Put away your goddamn cell phones and do something.
I want a new football. Raise against the dying of the light. What? Excuse me?
Hey kids, watch out for the heat death of the sun. It's coming.
Do you know how many medicines we can't create anymore because the death of the rainforest? I wanted a Teletubby.
The whole ozone layer is bigger than that MILF's titties. Don't do something.
Hey kid, come here. Jet fuel can't melt steel beams.
He's now just the conspiracy.
Explain that.
I can get every house in the entire fucking world in one night. But explain how COVID started in China and no one got sick. I'm just saying. Do the research. Well,
what? All right. Well, what did you
so,
rate?
Bad Santa.
All right.
yeah. When I go take my kid to what I think is an innocuous photo op with Santa at the local mall, I don't expect him to place the weight of the Earth's failures on him. Trickle-down economics doesn't work. Run for office. What? Yeah, I don't. I think that's a pretty terrible burden to place on a child that won't understand it. So yeah, I'm going to go with Bad Santa.
Hey kids, let me teach you about gerrymandering.
Hey kids, did you say Merry Christmas? I said chemtrails. You fuck. All right. I'm not a mall Santa. I'm a Christmas tree farm Santa. We've got a whole sit on Santa's lap set up and everything, but in a much more Christmassy environment. This one girl last season just wouldn't leave. Her mom was trying to get her to leave by bribing her with McDonald's, but the girl sunk her claws into me, saying that she didn't want to go. Then she told me that she wanted me to be her dad because I was cooler than her dad.
Had a job at least.
I had no idea what to think. She just kept calling me dad.
Oh, Jesus.
Eventually, I had to pretend to go back to the North Pole so she would leave.
Oh, God, I'm sick of this shit. Just like hiding in the backseat of his fucking beat-up Camry, smoking a cigarette. Is she gone?
All right,
she's like in the trunk. It's like, what's that banging back there? take me with you.
You're so much cooler than my dad.
You're so much cooler than my dad. Ugh. All the MILFs around here call me daddy, too.
What? Like a fucking predator.
No, he wasn't hitting on the woman. He was just telling her the facts.
Yeah, they call me.
Skeletor is the local.
They all call me daddy.
Hi, Santa. Here's what I want for Christmas. Give me your list. What? Excuse me? Beg pardon?
They call me daddy, and then I wear their skin.
Merry fucking Christmas.
All right, guy. This guy walks away. Says he has to go to the North Pole.
What else do you want him to fucking do? She's literally
take her dad's place.
Well, sir, I think you gotta do the only thing that's right. I live in your house now. I pay your fucking bills with my Santa cash.
This is a wife swap situation here.
You can be married to my life, which is a 1-bedroom apartment full of lean cuisines, all right? She might not know it's an improvement, but it is. I will take care of your daughter. Yeah, no, I think he had to do the only thing he could was to flee from this girl. who is clutching him and crying. Like, now, okay, you said don't give out therapy cards. Should he maybe call DCFS or whatever? Like,
the worst thing the dad did was not be cool, so I'm not sure that's reason to have your kids take it.
He can't even moonwalk. I don't know what's cool anymore. What? He yelled at me to stop doing TikTok. He extricated himself from the situation as graceful as he could. That's actually not a bad, like, hey, got to get back to the reindeer or whatever. That's probably not a bad way to do it. So, that's a rad fucking Santa.
Chad, you like this rad Santa?
I mean, I liked him before he became some weirdo smoking in a Camry and like grunting everything he says. I kind of downgraded him a little bit in my eyes.
Well, that's who he is.
That's who he is. He should always sound like he's constipated from now on.
I mean, if this guy's cool, like, the dad must be like the all-time fucking nerd, like 13 pocket protectors on and stuff.
Cards at Kmart. So what was your official?
I mean, as he handled it nicely. Red
okay,
Santa.
So what's your official rating? I need the official rating for the segment.
All right. Stick with me for this one. Santa came to my school one Christmas. I sat on his lap and looked at his beard and noticed that it had a string on it and it was wonky. I was like, "You're not Santa, your beard is fake." The Santa had a sad look on his face and he started sobbing. For thousands of years, I had a fantastic beard. I don't have a real beard anymore because somebody called Mr. Johnson, and then in parentheses it said, my math teacher, who had a long white beard, stole it. I asked him nicely if he could give it back, but he didn't listen. Maybe you and your friends can find Mr. Johnson and get my beard back in time for next year. I was only 5, so I believed him, and I was furious at Mr. Johnson. The next time we had math after Christmas, me and most of my class gave him a hell for stealing Santa's beard. After a few weeks of tormenting him, he finally came to school without a beard. We assumed he had given it back to Santa. Here's the interesting part I found out many years later. It turns out that Santa was actually my English teacher, Mr. Brown, and he deliberately made the beard look fake. Why? Because Mr. Johnson was having an affair with Mr. Brown's wife. Because of this, Mr. Brown decided to get as many kids as he could to hate Mr. Johnson.
What in the fuck?
That child was Christopher Nolan. Okay, so
what?
The guy says Mr. Johnson stole. He deliberately comes as a beardless Santa.
No, I get it.
Says Mr. Johnson took my beard. All the kids should fucking hate him. Because he's sleeping with my wife.
Why would getting kids to hate him over something that dumb expose the affair?
He's not trying to expose the affair. He's just trying to get some payback.
This is like an Ocean's 11 style long con this guy's playing. This is many points of failure.
All right, Chad, what do you think?
I mean, that I definitely didn't see that twist coming. I thought it was going to be Mr. Johnson, and he was just doing some like warm-hearted thing with the kids, or whatever.
Nope. The opposite of that.
Turns out he's doing a warm-hearted thing with Mrs. Brown or whatever her name was. In this
very
case,
warm-hearted.
Yeah. In this case, Santa's not the one banging the MILFs.
He's the cuck.
Yeah.
Cuck it.
All right.
Warm-hearted.
I like the idea of getting some kind of like clever payback. What I don't like is getting like little kids involved, like as part of it.
Come on.
As your like minions, like manipulating them in that way, I think is a little bit of a problem. So I will go. I feel for the guy, but bad Santa.
Geiger?
Yeah, I think it's just an oddly designed plan, as I said before. Like it's like a he's
like
cheating my wife.
M. Night Shyamalan-ish and like it's intricacy or whatever.
Right. It's like the thing of like when you find out your spouse is cheating on you, first thoughts are like, I'm going to kick that guy's ass, or like key their car, or like divorce her. But he's like, wait a minute, Christmas is coming. I will be a poorly facial haired Santa and then drop the breadcrumbs until 12 kids are mildly annoyed with their math teacher. That'll show him. No wonder he's getting fucking cheated on. The guy's a fucking pussy.
He had it coming.
I wonder how my
I
husband
cheat on him too.
I wonder how my husband will react to this grave betrayal. Oh, he got 7 kids mildly upset about his beard. Oh, you must really care about me. I am now in love again. Fuck that.
Real passionate dude.
Bad Santa.
All right, 2 more. I might have made Santa very uncomfortable one time. I had just turned 5 and I wanted to help feed the reindeer. I don't know why. I collected some change to do it, probably about 30 cents in pennies and nickels. I tried to give them to Santa when I was on his lap, but dropped them. Then I tried to retrieve the coin from Santa's, lap area.
You know.
We know it.
All I remember...
Santa's dick and balls,
Mrs. Brown knows it very well.
All I remember is him saying very quickly and hastily, "Oh, it's fine. I'll get them later. It's okay." So I don't know how long this is going on.
After 45 minutes, he finally said, "Yeah, you don't have to do that anymore."
While placing me off his lap and being completely oblivious to how uncomfortable he was, until it dawned on me many years later.
I look back on this time in my life and think about
20 years ago, I think I grabbed Santa's Johnson. I can't remember.
That's such a weird revelation. Stroking their chin years later. I think I rummaged around in Santa's junk drawer. I'm not sure. I was just looking for change.
I was just looking for change, and I was tickling his balls by accident. One of those things, Ain't life crazy?
Guy, what do you think about Santa's approach here?
Telling a child not to grow up his dick. I think you did a pretty good job. I got like a style saying, please don't do that.
Tell me why he should have just stayed and done nothing.
I didn't want to hurt the girl's confidence, so I just let it play out. No, I mean, I think...
Can you get your mom in here to get the change instead?
There's a 20 in my pocket if your mom wants to make some change. I think, look,
Hey there, ma'am. Take a look over here. He just drops a nickel right into his pants.
Ding! Is he the Babe Ruth announcer over there now? Now hear this, feisty filly. I've got some change you can make down here in Santa's underquarters. I think he did what's appropriate. He said, "Oh, knock that the fuck off. There's lots of other people here and cameras." So in today's age, very litigious society, you don't want anyone getting the wrong idea. Although that was 20 years ago. It also like... What?
That's a problem. Society's too damn litigious.
Otherwise,
I can't even have a kid grope at my Santa dick without everyone wanting to sue me.
I hate to break it to you. It's just called a dick. Santa's dick is not different than other people. Oh, you have a Santa penis. That changes everything.
You've never played Santa, I see.
No.
Yeah, your penis looks like a candy cane. It's all red
Santa
and white.
can actually deal out a deck of cards with his penis. I would say, I'd say that this is a rad Santa.
Rad Santa.
He interrupted the uncomfortable situation.
Yes, I agree. You should not have a stranger's children in your crotch. I agree with that. Yes.
All right, last one.
Yeah.
I knew a gentleman who was a Santa in our mall for many years. He had an authentic, full white beard, so he was paid more. Real jolly looking fellow.
You know his wife was not cheating on him.
His rate was higher because he had a white beard.
He didn't tell me any stories of anything that happened that was creepy. Rather, he said every year there was something interesting that happened. One year, he said that all the higher...
Yeah.
Here's the interesting thing that happened. One year, he said all the higher-ups were checking out the display, and as they were looking away, a girl yelled, "Hey, Santa," and flashed in her boobs. He was a bit of a ladies' man, so he enjoyed the show. Such is the life of a mall Santa.
Who are all these women that are just so horny for Santa?
Here are the bosses. Come to check up on Santa. Yeah, looks like he's doing his job. Oh, look over there. And then suddenly a woman flashes her kids.
That's the best damn Santa I've ever seen.
She's waiting all day for the bosses to happen to glance away at the exact second.
And then they're like, "Santa, what are you doing?" "I'm a mall Santa. This is my life."
Look, I'm a ladies' man. I have no choice but to stare at those boobs. This is what ladies' men do.
Do you think they were maybe trying to secret shop Santa? Let's see if he gets distracted from his task at hand, and they're waving tits in his face and stuff.
Secret shopper.
if he went over and went
send in our secret shopper.
Yeah, if he motorboated them titties and fired him. I'll send in a temptress.
Here's your stopwatch. When he make eye contact, you start it. Santa should not be looking at naked boobs for more than 6 seconds.
Yeah, looks around and just whips his head back around. I can't look. I know the bosses are watching.
You're with me, Leather.
Chris Berman as Santa Claus.
All right, so Geiger,
yeah.
what do you think of how Santa handled
So am I
Is he radical?
Am I judging whether he stared at the tits too long, or am I judging him that he's so swaggy as Santa Claus that women want to show him their breasts? Is that
however you want to judge him?
Yeah, I think he has a certain Santa panache, and we know, as Novak described, that now he's a mall Santa. He's got a nice big old swinging Santa dick. So
it comes with the suit, you know.
Yeah, it's part of right. Rudolph gets a res nose. You get a bulbous Santa dick.
Is your fistful of change?
Why don't you come over here and make some change? I don't know why he's from New Jersey.
Take down your top.
Hey, you titty mall rat, come over here.
The bosses aren't looking. Show me them cans.
Yeah, I heard you, kid. You want Legos. Hey, Top Heavy, let's see what you got.
Yeah. Okay, a new rocking horse and a humba. Just he's timing up when the bosses look way they're all distracted by the quarterly report, and he just turns around and goes, no! Release the Kraken! Do it!
Ho, 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 ooga!
The bosses.
The old mall bosses. So much power. I think this guy is apex Santa. I think he is riling up the masses. Seeing dem titties is never a bad thing. He's doing it in an appropriate way when the bosses are not looking. He's got his bosses wrapped around his finger. His quarterly review is going to be great. So I'm going to, I guess it's only one quarter that he works. But
quarter two, it looks so good.
Quarter three, you didn't do that shit. You didn't do a
and
fucking thing.
Also, after he saw those tits, he dropped a quarter in his lap for her to come get that.
Quarterly
review. I think this Santa is the raddest of all.
Mm-hmm. Chad?
I don't like I don't like the way they describe, like, he was a ladies' man, so he enjoyed it. Like, yeah, okay, we all like to look at boobs, but like, you're on the job, you know what I mean? Like, you should don't be distracted, like, focus up. I sounds like this guy's actually bad at his job. A proper Santa should be like unappealing to women, I think. So I'm gonna go bad Santa.
Yeah. Here you go, kid. For you, 1 candy cane, and for me, 2 melons. Now let's. All right. Let's eat the Slim Jim.
Yeah.
This is just a regular old Slim Jim. Most people probably had. It's this original, something we've never done.
Yeah, I was surprised we hadn't done it before. I was actually trying to buy an even bigger one.
This is huge.
It wouldn't fit in the box, the bigger one.
When's the last time you guys had a Slim Jim?
Long time. I usually get actual jerky if I'm going to get like a beef snack, like a meat snack from a gas station.
Yeah, it's probably been like 15, 20 years since I had a Slim Jim. Maybe on some road trip or something.
Yeah. So, never quite looked at the Slim Jim package that close. This is smoked snack stick. And what kind of... Is it just supposed to be... Oh, it says beef, pork, mechanically separated chicken.
That sounds so fucking grim, right? Like, I picture like the chicken is alive and these like machine arms just coming in, squawk, like ripping it apart.
It's stuck in Saw's trap.
Kid, you gotta dehumanize the chicken separation process. It's cruelty to animals at its finest. Oh.
I didn't know who that was at first.
That was several jokes ago.
This is Hulk Hogan? Or
Hey, brother, I just heard women showed their tits to Santa. That's the only reason I'm here.
All right, so...
Got a tiny kick to it. Just a little bit,
Yeah.
right?
I've always kind of liked that about the Slim Jim. I like the spice. It doesn't taste like overly plain. I'm not sure what that spice is supposed to mimic or be like, but it's kind of tough. Slim Jims are okay, and I eat them in a pinch.
When you need a little excitement, you mean?
Yeah, I do like the old Macho Man commercials.
Mm-hmm.
And then they did it for a while. It was like this guy who was like dressed as a Slim Jim, and he would like jump around. Do you remember that guy? If you saw his face, you'd remember from the commercials.
All right,
Jumped around and like
his like head. I remember he had like Slim Jim costume on, and he would like move really quick. I think it was like a sped up motion.
Oh, yeah,
I don't remember
right.
that one at all.
So he's wearing like yellow overalls, red shirt that said Slim Jim, and then this like big plastic spiky hair. I definitely remember that one. Yeah. If you Google Slim Jim costume commercials, it'll show up in the image.
Okay.
If I go back to eat any of these things from tonight, it would be this Slim Jim for sure.
Wow.
I'm trying to decide if that means I like it though.
Yeah.
It's not bad. I have nothing against Slim Jim. I think it's a fun snack. I'm gonna give it a very low level like that. Just feeling a little generous to the Slim Jim in this holiday season. So low level like that. Geiger, what do you think?
I'm showing a little Christmas generosity to the Slim Jim. What? Yeah. Oh, I just looked up a picture of Slim Jim guy. There's this hilarious picture where it looks like he is. I think if it's the right one I'm talking about, it just looks like he's like has a rake, like a hot poker shoved up his ass. Like he's just like, ah!
Yeah.
It looks hilarious. I like the taste of it very much. Actually, I like meat snacks. We've talked about that before, jerky and of the ilk. I like the spice on it. It's got a little heat to it, but it's not like spicy. It's just like a good level of flavor. My only criticism of it is that it seems drier than I expected it to be. I always like sometimes you have these beef sticks in the gas station, they're kind of wet, which sounds gross, but I kind of like the viscosity of it, for lack of a better way to describe it. And this is a touch too dry. However, this thing was like a yardstick with a meat, and I'm almost done with it, so I can't really claim I don't like it. So I'm going to give this a like that.
Wow, a couple like that's likely going to win here, but let's see if it's going to be a welcome visitor. Chad, what do you think?
So it's I don't mind the spice here. Actually, this is such like a low level of spice that it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan. Like, it doesn't actually taste like meat in any way. You know, maybe it's because there's like 4 different kinds of meats shoved in there or whatever, in like who knows what proportions. So I keep feeling like I want to find a meat stick that actually tastes like more like meat, but maybe that doesn't exist. Maybe they're all these kind of like processed ones. This one's okay. I ate about a third of it, and then I was kind of done. For me, this is an indifferent to that.
Okay, still a couple of likes is going to give Slim Jim the victory for today. Geiger, where can listeners contact us?
If you have ever been to Mall Santa, tell us about the crazy, like, just lustful life you've lived with MILFs throwing themselves at you and dangling their tatas near your face when the bosses are not looking.
Yeah.
Tell us
Yes,
how you...
the beard is fake, and so is the fucking moon landing. How there's no wind? How would the flag stand?
Tell us all the woke soy boys that you connected with over your time.
You know what, kids? When I'm up there in the sleigh, you know what I see? Flat Earth. It's flat!
At first, I really thought he had lost hope for this country. Now he just has lost hope in the media. If you were ever a Mall Santa and had to wind up replacing some ineffectual slob and take over his life so that his children had a fucking role model to look up to for once. But if you want to tell us about what you thought of our snack ratings, if you wanted to suggest a snack, if you wanted to ask a question from the mailbag, anything like that, you can reach us at youtrythat@gmail.com. We're on Twitter, #YouTriedThat. We're on Facebook with the You Tried That group. We are on YouTube and Instagram. We'd love it if you could let your friends and family know if you do like the podcast and maybe leave us some positive reviews or feedback. And as always, thank you for listening.
All right. What do you think about actually being a Mall Santa? Do you feel like that would be...
No.
Geiger already shaking his head.
Nope. I think it would, like, my dad looks like Santa Claus. Like, he is a portly gentleman.
And that what makes you able to do it?
And, so I come from a long line of guys who are built for the job. But he always said like he thought it would be fun, or he always thought it'd be fun to be like, what do they call them? The Imagineers, like the people at Disney World in the costumes or whatever.
Oh, those are pretty much the same job, yeah.
No, but like interacting with kids all day in a costume is what I'm saying. Yeah. I think it would be fun for a while, and some of the kids I'm sure would be adorable, but some of them are going to be shitheads. Some are like jumping on you, pulling on your beard, asking why it's not there, making a connection to Mr. Brown. And the parents, like,
Picturing Mickey Mouse walking around with a sack of quarters. He drops it, and then someone goes to pick it up, and he just pushes his crotch into their head as they bent over.
Oh, I fell for it. I just think like in the parents, like, oh, 3 more pictures. And like, get your giant kid off my lap. Get him a salad for Christmas. I just
your
think
kid's huge fan.
And I'm guessing like they get paid
my
like
fucking thigh!
all the quarters getting smashed into my leg. I think you'd eventually. You don't get paid for shit. And I could just picture myself at some point, like on a Wednesday, just being in the break room at a fucking mall, eating some fucking Sbarros or something, and looking up in the mirror, like, what the fuck happened to me?
My leg is numb. Get this kid off me.
Get him a new belt for Christmas.
Yeah, boy, I think it would be truly horrible job. Like, first of all, you're gonna get sick, right? Like, that many little kids like coming around, like they're sneezing on you and shit. You're gonna get sick. Second of all,
syphilis from all the MILFs.
Yeah,
get the clap.
You're gonna get sick. You're gonna see some sick boobs.
Sick boobs. Those tits are tight, son.
But I love my kids, but like I'm not super into other people's kids. Like most, like other people's kids are generally annoying to me. So just dealing with that all day would just probably be awful. You're just sitting there. I don't know, wearing this like uncomfortable suit. I think it would suck.
How about you, Novak?
I don't think it would. It's not a desired job. I don't think it would be that bad. As far as jobs go, it's pretty fucking easy.
Well, I think the thing is that you have to be basically unemployed. Like you have to be available for a month during the day.
Sometimes
and
I'd
shit.
be like paralyzed at the end of it in my leg. My goddamn legs! Son of a bitch. In between every kid. Shit, another one? God damn.
He hears two dirt bikes pull up, like, not those fuckers.
What are you feeding these fucking kids here in this town?
Can I have a candy can? You don't need it. You probably got diabetes, fat fuck. Just scream in their face.
Looking over to the line. Okay, you're fine. Move aside so I can see the. No, shit.
Right before you get to Santa, there's a scale. Get on the scale. No, both feet. Both feet. Nope, he's out. Can't talk to me.
No, the line ends after those next two. Okay, that's when I am done.
Wait, that's just one? Oh, no, my bad. My bad. You can talk to the fucking elf over there.
All right.
You got to take the freight elevator and get out of here, kid.
All right, we've got our Christmas episode coming up next week. We're going to be trying out some crazy candy canes, hot dog flavor, and what are some of the other ones, Geiger?
We've got, courtesy of Jenny Geiger, I'm preemptively mad at my sister. We have bacon, pickle, hot dog, and mac and cheese candy canes.
All right, so come back, listen to that. We'll see you next time. We'll be trying out 3 brand new snacks.
Just
Yep.